Her German Shepherd literally bolted out the door.
My dog does not leave my property.
Is that what you want me to believe? You saw absolutely no confrontation whatsoever.
No.
The fact that you didn't see it doesn't mean it didn't happen. That was unleashed, attacked yours,
Yes.
injured your dog.
Yes.
Fortunately, your dog is okay,
Yes.
but you want her to be responsible for the vet bills.
Yes.
I'm not exactly sure what her defense is. We're going to find out. When did this incident happen?
November 24th, 2023.
What time of the day?
4:30.
And do you live close proximity to one another?
Yeah, right around
How
the
far?
corner. Maybe half a mile.
What kind of a dog do you have?
An Australian kettle dog.
What do they look like? Could I see a picture?
Sure, I have some pictures here. Should I just give you all of them? That shows the wound too.
So it's a dog that probably weighs about 40 pounds?
Yeah, about 35, yeah.
How old is the dog?
9 years.
And how long have you lived half a mile away from each other?
I don't know how long she's lived there, but I've lived there since 94.
How long have you been in your home?
12 years.
And you have,
I have a German Shepherd.
how old?
She's 6.
Okay, tell me what happened. You were walking the dog.
Yes. I had two dogs, actually. I was walking them, and I was walking up the sidewalk next to her house.
Which two dogs were you walking?
I was walking Sadie, which is the dog that got bit, and we had another dog. Her name was Willow. She was a Schnauzer, but nothing. She didn't get bit or anything.
Both of your dogs on leash.
Yes, they were on the leash.
Go ahead.
I was walking up the sidewalk, and her German Shepherd literally bolted out the door, so I tried to move.
Did you see the dog bolt out the door?
Yes,
Front door.
yes. I tried to move into the road. The dog followed because I was trying to get away from it because I didn't know if it was aggressive or anything. She bit Sadie.
Tell me exactly how that came about. The German Shepherd probably weighs about 60 pounds?
80.
80. So it's a much bigger dog. How did she bite Sadie? And I see this is the drain. Must
Yes.
be the drain. So she was sort of bitten on the underbelly?
Yes.
How did that happen?
They were in the road. The dog came up, and I don't know if she was like sniffing them, and I was trying to move to like kind of block, but I didn't want to hit the dog or anything because I didn't want to get bit. And she bit her in the stomach. I heard Sadie yelp, and then somebody came out of the house and called their dog.
Who? Was it this lady?
No, it was not.
Who came out of the house and got the dog back?
My ex-husband, we both came to the door. My ex-husband
Were you home?
went out. Yes.
Does your ex-husband live there?
No.
He was visiting? Mm-hmm. Who?
My son.
How old is your son?
He's 12.
Had he just arrived?
Yes, a few minutes before.
Did he let himself into the house?
Yes.
Careful, you don't know where I'm going.
Okay.
Did your ex-husband let himself into your home?
Yes, he let himself into my home.
And he came in through the front door?
Yes.
You have a screen door.
I have a glass front door. It's quite heavy.
Evidently not heavy enough. Do you have just one door in the front?
No, there's a security door, a steel door, and then there's the glass door where a screen door would be.
Okay. So instead of screen, it's a glass door.
Yes.
Now, before your ex-husband got there, were both doors closed?
No. The security door was open, the glass door was in place, and it latches heavily. It's a very heavy door.
Not heavy enough.
It always latches.
Well, then somebody let your dog out.
My dog knows how to open the door.
Well, then you should keep both doors closed. If your dog knows how to open the door, you mean with his paw?
She can open it with her
With
paw.
her paw. That'd be your problem. Have you seen that happen before?
My dog does not leave my property.
Listen to me.
Have I seen my dog open a door?
That was my question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if you know that your dog can get out of the door by itself, has it done that before?
No.
So despite the fact that you've seen that it can, in fact, open the door, you've never actually seen the dog open the door and run outside before.
No.
This was the first time she did it? It's a
Yes.
female?
Yes.
Well, the knowledge that you have that the dog can open the door by herself, how did you acquire that knowledge?
My dog is a very highly trained animal.
No.
She's trained.
How? She's trained to open the door?
Yes, she is trained in many things, but yes, she's trained.
You know you're annoying me.
I'm sorry.
Okay, let's try again to not dislike each other. How do you know that the dog can open the door by itself without going outside? Have you seen that? I've actually seen a dog open a door by itself and run outside, but it opens the door with its paw. and scoots outside. I've seen that many times. We had a dog in the family that did that. But I never saw one that opened the door and then just sat inside. So what I'm asking you is, if it's never run out before, how do you know that it can open the door? Have you seen it open the door with a latch and just sit inside the house? Is that what you've seen? Is that what you want me to believe?
No, it has come
So
out
then I
with me.
want you to tell me, how do you know the dog can open the door by itself? Do you know the dog can open the door by itself?
It has come out of lever doors with me.
So
Me
it's
accompanying the dog.
on leash or off?
All of my doors have levers, so
That's not what I said. I said on leash or off.
leash, off leash.
Off leash. So what you do is you stand there with your dog, let the dog open the door for you, and you and the dog go out together.
Yes. Into my backyard, yes, which is fenced in.
Okay. After her dog got out by itself, or her ex-husband just opened the door and let it go out, I'm not sure which one, came outside, bit your dog. There was a man who called the dog back inside. Well, then he probably let the dog out. And what happened next?
As soon as he called the dog went right back to the door. I was crying.
Where exactly were you physically when their dog bit yours?
I was in the road next
Where the cars are.
to their house. Yeah.
And that's where their dog was when her ex-husband called her back inside.
Yes.
Did he say anything to you?
I had kind of started going back towards my house. I had called my mom, and then I called the police before he had said anything to me. And the police told me just to go home. So I heard him, like, he kind of yelled at me from down the block, but I didn't respond to him.
What did he yell?
I don't know what he said.
You saw him.
Yes.
Did you ever see her?
No.
Okay. And this was in the afternoon,
Yes.
about 4 o'clock, is that right? It's about 4 o'clock?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And your ex-husband had arrived briefly before. How many minutes before?
I was here around 15 minutes.
And where exactly were you in the house after 15 minutes with your ex-husband?
I had been lying down, but
Where?
in the bedroom, right off my front room.
And is that where he was as well?
Yes, he was in the hallway to that bedroom, yes.
So now you're lying in bed. Your ex-husband got there about 15 minutes before, and he's chatting with you from the hallway while you're lying in bed. Pick it up from there.
Okay, I heard a door latch, so I assumed it was my son coming in to see his father.
Just a second. Go ahead.
And I didn't hear a greeting. I said, is our son here? And
No, just a second. I'm going to love this
Okay.
part.
okay.
So you heard a door latch. Let's go slowly. Go ahead. You heard the door latch. You thought it was your son. And next,
It was not my son coming in. He did not greet us. So I said, where is the dog? And we both went to the front door together.
okay.
And
You said to him, where's the dog?
yes,
And then you got out of bed.
yes, we
Just a second. And then you got out of bed and he waited for you. So
went. to
you
the front-
got out of bed and he waited for you. You walked to the front door and
And we both opened the front door and looked out. My dog was under my willow tree in the front yard of my house, and their animal was also in my front yard. And they were barking. Their dog was barking at my dog. My dog gave a warning bark. I called her into the house. She came in. My ex-husband called out to this lady who was walking down. The dog and the lady were walking away. He said, hey, are you all right? You know, everything good? And got no response. So we looked at my dog. She didn't seem to have any kind of
okay,
signs
so let me just follow what you're trying to sell me. Okay? Let me try by what you're trying to sell me. Ex-husband is chatting with you while you're lying in your bed. You think your son came in, but you're waiting for him to come in. He doesn't come in. Well, now you're lying there. But now the door is open and closed, waiting for the kid, doesn't come in. That's 30 seconds. That's a minute. You said to your ex-husband, where's the dog? He said, I don't know. You get out of bed, and what you're telling me is you came out, You didn't go get the dog because the dog is your dog, not his dog, because the dog lives with you.
Yes.
He opened the door, but you told him to wait while you got out of bed so that you could go look for the dog together. This well-trained dog that you say doesn't leave your property, so you're in no big rush to go out and find the dog. And you saw your dog sitting under your willow tree. Uh-huh. Okay, the uh-huh is not an answer. Yes, yes is the answer.
Yes.
You saw your dog sitting under your willow tree, and you didn't see any confrontation whatsoever between the two dogs, and you did not see her in the middle of the road. I want you to tell me if that's what you want me to buy.
I saw the dogs barking. And then I saw her
said
walk
to
on the
you,
pavement.
you did not see her in the middle of the road or your dog in the middle of the road.
They were not
You
in the
did
road.
not. Miss Sa, the fact that you didn't see it doesn't mean it didn't happen. Do you understand?
I do.
The fact that you didn't see it doesn't mean it didn't happen. It could have been by the time you were getting your rear end out of bed to get to your ex-husband in the hallway, to get to the front, to see who came in or who left your house. Lots of things could have happened in those 30 seconds, 20 seconds by the time you got outside, if I think you got outside, because actually, I don't believe you got yourself out of bed at all. I think your ex-husband came out, looked outside, and did exactly what you said he did. By the way, ex-husband's not here?
No.
No. He's not incarcerated, is he?
No.
He's not in the military, is he?
No.
No. Well, then, if he's not incarcerated, he's not in the military, you were allowed to bring a witness. And he was clearly a witness. Bit of a conversation they had, and clearly you're on good terms with him, so we could have accompanied you because you saw diddly, nothing. You saw no interaction. Now, the dog was injured, their dog, on leash, your dog, unaccompanied, outside. And according to you, you knew the dog could get out of that latch door and did nothing to prevent the dog from getting outside, like closing the inside door. That's your responsibility. Still leaving the door unlatched and only the glass door latched, or now do you make it your business to close both doors?
I always deadbolt my door.
Yeah, $775. Judgment for the plaintiff. Thank you very much. We're done.
That no one was seriously injured.
I just expected her to do the right thing and pay the bill, and she obviously did not.
This was a non-event. The police considered it a non-event. I didn't even get a ticket.
It was really scary, and I haven't walked by your house since when I take my dogs on walks.
All right. This one had me stressed the whole time because it's the kind of case that starts as a dog got out and turns into somebody could have gotten hurt in the street. So here's the setup. Plaintiff is walking two dogs on leashes, Sadie, the one that got bit, and a schnauzer named Willow. She's passing by the defendant's house around 4:30 p.m. and she says the defendant's German Shepherd bolts out the front door, follows her into the road and bites Sadie in the underbelly. She hears a yelp, then a man comes out and calls the dog back. Defendant's story, totally different vibe. She says she was inside, lying down, her ex-husband was visiting, she hears the door latch, thinks it's her son. Then they go to the front and she sees her dog under a tree in the yard. She claims she didn't see any actual dog fight, just barking, and she basically implies, I didn't see it happen, so... And Judy was not having that. Because Judy's whole thing here was, just because you didn't see it doesn't mean it didn't happen. And honestly, that's true. A lot can happen in 20-30 seconds, especially when a big dog is involved. But the part that made this case easy for the judge, at least the way she framed it, was the responsibility piece. Even if we pretend we don't know the exact choreography of how it happened, what is clear, defendant's dog was outside and unaccompanied. Plaintiff's dogs were leashed. Plaintiff's dog ended up injured. And the defendant admits something huge. Her dog can open lever-style doors and has done it before with her. That's where Judy locked in. Because once you admit, my dog can open doors, you don't get to act surprised when the dog opens the door. You don't get to leave a setup where one door is open and the other door is the only thing stopping an 80-pound dog from going out into the world. And I loved how Judy kept poking at the logic like, wait, how do you know the dog can open the door if you've never seen it do it? And defendant was trying to walk that tightrope. Yes, the dog can open doors, but also she never leaves my property. Okay, but today she did. And today, somebody's dog got bit. Now, the plaintiff's side also had a few details that made it believable. She described trying to move away into the road because she didn't know if the dog was aggressive. That's a real human reaction. People don't want to kick a dog and get bitten. They panic, they shuffle, they protect the smaller dog, they try to create distance. And then, bite happens. Also, the defendant didn't bring the ex-husband as a witness. Judy basically said it without saying it. If he was right there and you're on good terms, why isn't he here? Because he's the one person who could have cleared up the "did the dog bolt out? Did he open the door? What did he see?" question. And then the end result is exactly what you'd expect in small claims. Vet bill was about $775, dog wasn't seriously harmed long term, and Judy's like, "Pay it! Your dog got out. That's on you." And honestly, this is one of those cases where the dollar amount isn't even the main thing. It's the fear. Because if an 80-pound dog runs at you while you're walking your pets, you don't know if it's playful or if it's about to tear into your dog or bite you. So, yeah, the judgment makes sense. Control your dog, secure your doors, pay the vet bill. If you want more real, no fluff reactions like this, courtroom stories broken down like a normal person would talk about them, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment with what you think happened. Did the dog bolt out, or did the ex-husband accidentally let it out? See you in the next one.